It's in the evening, actually. I hope you guys are good. So if it's your first time to pass through this channel, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell, because every time I'm live or I drop a video, you'll be notified immediately. And to my regulars that I spend time with all the time. Okay, there's Nessa there, Jaden, Lanta, Hilda, quite a number of people. Trust me, you all matters. I respect you so much. But I want to say thank you so much, guys, for always supporting me. It really means a lot, honestly. It means a lot. But here, breaking news. The time that we've all been waiting for, that time we've been waiting for it. Right, so we have our brothers, the elders are in Aurora as we speak. Some people have been trying so hard to say, no, there's no elders, forget about it, nothing's going to happen. No, the elders are in Aurora as we speak right now. By the way, I actually saw this on Nick Mangwana's Twitter page, and I replied to him immediately, because they're trying to push a narrative that, no, they just came to congratulate the president. I'm going to read the tweet that he sends out recently. He said, we came as 9 SADC ambassadors to congratulate His Excellency for having very, very peaceful, credible, free, fair, and transparent elections. Zimbabwe is not on its own. It's one of the founders of SADC. His Excellency Agostinho da Silva, Ambassador of the Republic of Angola and the chair of SADC Ambassadors. This is what Nick Mangwana is saying, and I knew immediately it's a lie. It's a lie. That's why I went quickly and I replied to him. I said, we were not born yesterday. How many times are they supposed to congratulate you? Are you telling me that SADC people can't work because they're congratulating Zimbabwe? They're in Zimbabwe because of the sham election. We all know. Who doesn't know? There's been quite a number of tweets that have been going on for the past 2 days. People trying to say, hey, consider political settlement. All of us also, we say transitional government, we can also accept free poll, of course, which is going to be officiated by externals. But one thing that we will never accept is government of national unity based on experience. It's the worst thing. But let's quickly go and check in what's going on Twitter. Very, very, very important. Because when these kind of things comes through, then it's burning right there. It's burning. Of course, it's burning. Already so many spaces people that are holding right now regarding this issue. Quite interesting. And I asked a question to Nigma when I said, why are you so why are you feeling uncomfortable if it's not important? But he knows. Now, Dr. Walter Muzembe said 9 over 16 ambassadors from SADC newspaper Curtis call on ED today. Congratulate him and endorse the recent elections. It's very, very, very credible, free and fair. SADC works on the struggle, fatigue of a people. Once they are in a mode, they come out and endorse. Life goes with them. You can't get in there and begin to bash a person on national television. I actually saw that the guy was kind of sounding like he's scared. As people were recording. It was a very short clip, but I would like you guys to take a listen to it, because I literally picked it up on Nick Mangwana's page. Very, very interesting right there. Please take a listen to what they had to say.
President, very, very busy schedule. And we came today as we are 9 countries, SADC countries accredited in Zimbabwe, and we are all here to congratulate the President for the very, very peaceful election, fair, free, and transparent. And we say the President, we came here to reiterate our support to the people of Zimbabwe, to the government of Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe is not alone. We are all one family as a SADC, and Zimbabwe is a member, one of the founders of SADC, part of the front line SADC countries. So we just came to reiterate our support to the President, to the people of Zimbabwe.
All right. Did you hear something interesting there? We have come here to reiterate our support to the people of Zimbabwe. So this war narrative of saying they came to Zimbabwe to congratulate the president, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. We all have been hearing quite a number of things going on this past few days. that there are talks that are going on in the country. You also heard, and which Chamisa and Citizen Coalition for Change never commented on when they were talking about that he approached Mr. Mnangagwa to have talks, and it was now directed to Mr. Chiwenga. Now we are sitting with nine SADC member states came to Zimbabwe, 9. So we talk about 9 countries. So you're telling me 9 countries came to Zimbabwe to congratulate Mr. Mnangagwa, the president. And there was a meeting. They met in Angola. Now they come again to Zimbabwe to just congratulate him. And now calling each other and saying, now let's go to Zimbabwe to congratulate. And then what happened during the time of the election, immediately after elections were endorsed and his inauguration was upcoming? What happened at that time? They did not manage to send their congratulations. And the congratulations after 3 months, somebody saying that, in my opinion, we all know what's going on in the background. They may not tell us. And by the way, you know what also NPF is? You know, they're cunning. They are trying so hard to legitimize their standing. But you know what? Destiny is rejecting them day in, day out. The toxicity that's going down in Zimbabwe is a proof and a testament that nothing is working. Honestly, if the election was great, like other countries, we are sitting today with Liberia. Is Liberia, right? That had an incredible election recently. And the incumbent that lost election against the opposition, he congratulated the opposition for winning election. Only in Zimbabwe, there's always toxicity after toxicity and after toxicity. But Nelson Chamisa said the citizens shall govern. Just had an excellent citizens at National Assembly meeting to consider the country national situation report from all the cluster leaders from across the country. Zimbabwe needs a new citizen government for everyone. That's Nelson Chamisa. So there is a statement that was sent out just this evening by Citizen Coalition for Change. Very, very long statement. You know, there's been quite a number of things going on lately regarding, the constitution of CCC. So they said the resolutions of the Citizens Coalition for Change, Citizen National Assembly meeting held on the 21st of August, 2021, 21st of November, 2021. Oh, 2023, sorry, my bad. 2023. I'm sure this is just to embarrass those that have been saying nothing's going on with Citizen Coalition for Change. Okay, so this is the Citizens National Assembly of the Citizen Coalition for Change held its 19th session of November 21st in the context of the deteriorating political and economic situation. As the proceedings began, the Assembly observed a moment of silence in remembrance of Pastor Tafumane Messiah, our change champion who was tragically abducted, murdered in Harare. During the session, the CNA received the national report from the change champion-in-chief, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Additionally, reports were presented by the following bureaus. The Bureau for Elections, Bureau for Communications, for Administration, and also for International Relations. Since the fraudulent and flawed August 23 elections, the nation of Zimbabwe continues to be confronted by unprecedented developments engineered by the ZANU-PF. In response to some of the latest events, the People's Project, Citizen Coalition for Change Assemblies met on the 21st of November 2023 and adopted the following resolutions. Deteriorating human rights situations. The deteriorating political and human rights environment is directly linked to the disputed and unresolved August 23rd harmonized elections. The Assembly noted with great concern the rapid deteriorating human rights situation in the country. These include the recent abductions, murders, arbitrary arrests, unlawful recalls, and the ongoing illegal detention of political prisoners, including Job Scala, Jacob Ngarivume, and MRP members. The CNA strongly condemned the abduction and murder of Pastor Tafumane Messiah and expressed dissatisfaction with the lack of progress in the bringing the culprits to justice. The CNA also condemned the abduction and torture of Member of Parliament Honorable Takuzwa Ngaziwore and Honorable James Chidakwa, both our change champions. The Assembly calls on the relevant state authorities and the institutions to immediately redirect Zimbabwe to the rule of law and constitutionalism. And the Assembly further strongly urges on local and international human rights organizations and defenders to continue to call out the government of Zimbabwe on its impunity and arbitrary and illegal application of the law. So I don't know when people are saying that they just came to congratulate ED. I know some of these diplomatic meetings, you can't just hear what's going on there because there's always going to be those kind of, when you're dealing with ZANU-PF, you can't expect the meeting to flow. It's yes, yes, okay, no. If it was that easy, I don't think we would even need any external, counsel at all. We were not going to outsource counsel. We're going to just resolve our issues around the table. But the fact that we have to do so, it's a proof that, of course, we have failed ourselves as a people of Zimbabwe. So unlawful, criminal, and expensive recalls. The Assembly re-emphasized the illegality and criminality of recalls of our elected deployees in both the Parliament and local authorities. The Assembly also re-emphasized that Mr. Songezo Shavangu is not a member of the Citizen Coalition for Change and that the opposition of Secretary General he proposed to hold does not exist in the structures of the party. Furthermore, the CNA expressed disappointment and disapproval of the continued unlawful recalls of its MPs and councillors by an imposter, with support and collusion from the Speaker of Parliament and the Minister of Local Government. I heard also, Minister of makes sense at all. How can Julaimo support Songezo Shavangu? These illegal recalls were made despite official communication from the Triple C leadership and pending court processes. The CNA also expressed dismay at the incumbent's lack of concern for the needs of ordinary citizens. It cited the allocation of over $5 million for unlawful by-elections initiated by an imposter, while citizens are suffering from a lack of basic medical supplies in hospitals. A worsening socio-economic environment deepening poverty. The Assembly has expressed deep concern over the deterioration in socio-economic conditions characterized by high inflation rates, frequent power outages, and deepening poverty. The citizens are facing immense difficulties in the making ends meet. Collapsed health systems. The Assembly was also alarmed by the complete breakdown of the healthcare system, leading to the outbreak of the cholera pandemic. Citizens are losing their lives to preventable diseases due to the unavailability of medication in public hospitals. Accordingly, the Assembly's task force on safe delivery and disaster mitigation is pushing our council deployees to raise the bar on issues of water, sanitation, and awareness of fighting cholera. Additionally, victims of road accidents are also losing their lives as there are no ambulances to transport them to the nearest emergency hospital for treatment, and there won't be medication as well in the hospitals. Illegitimacy, stolen election. The Assembly provided remains that the root cause of Zimbabwe's challenges lies in the disputed election, which produced an illegitimate and illegal government. Resultantly, the Assembly urges citizens, stakeholders, and all interested parties to work together towards a fresh, free, and fair election that produce a legitimate government. I guess this is why the elders are in the country. Nick Mangwana, stop trying to lie to us. We are not children. We were never born yesterday. I was born during the day, actually, but it wasn't yesterday. But I was born during the day. I was born during, but it wasn't yesterday. I'm so sorry, y'all. So an Assembly noted the party is doing possible using all the available legal and political avenues in Zimbabwe's tragic political environment to resolve the worsening crisis in Zimbabwe, return Zimbabwe to the rule of law, constitutionalism, and illegitimacy. The election observers report the Assembly welcomed the objective and principled stand of the regional body, Southern African Development Community SADC organs of the SADC Troika and SADC Summit in the decades-long and worsening crisis in Zimbabwe. The Assembly further noted the European Union report, which basically is an endorsement of the SADC Observer Mission report. Zimbabwe needs urgent, inclusive electoral reforms as a product of a comprehensive political settlement. That this is a Citizen Coalition for Change statement. One thing that I must be thankful of is the fact that at least SADC is is in the country. You know, this whole drama of Nick Mangwana, that they come here to congratulate us. I'm asking a question. I said, where were they all along? Why only coming now to congratulate you? Why now? You know, why only now? When there's all these issues that are going on in the country. Why are you lying? Why can't you just tell the truth? Because I saw the man that was speaking, that elder man, he was even afraid, scared, because he has been given a script. Oh, we have always playing the issue of propaganda. He definitely another script like you did at the airport with Ruben Barwe. You know, like, are you guys are you psychopaths or what? Are you okay, obsessed? You are fine, like, mentally? Because something must be wrong. You seem like you're not okay mentally. You know, you seem like what kind of people are these working for the government and behave the way that they behave? Unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's take a listen to what other people are saying. Really, to Nick Mangwana. We seem to be having a country where people are good at criticizing. Yesterday, I was thinking last night, I'm like, I'm just waiting for a day where we're going to say all across the board, Zimbabweans, we are going to say to each other that we're going to tell each other and say, let's just start to be positive. You know, where we are going to only speak positive. No, across the whole country. Whether you are ZANU-PF or CCC, everyone must start speaking positive about the nation. And let me say this, including ZANU-PF people, where there are no lies, no propaganda, but you are really telling the truth. Let's see where the country is going. But Trevor Ngube had an incredible interview today with Dara. You know, Dara can fire shots, right? Shout out Dara, shout out, man. He's my brother. Shout out to you. And that interview was quite interesting. I want you to take a listen because it's being asked. Why is it you don't even give Nelson Chamisa a chance? You don't call him, but we have seen you with an imposter. Please take a listen because this question is actually very important. Take a listen, please.
And I've got a picture that I published. Come to my office, come again, I come and see you. Come to see you. And right on.
I don't know why these things are so low in terms of the volume.
Come up with the same politics that Morgan had of tribalism, of being dictatorial, of having a kitchen cabinet and not listen to anybody. I'm not concerned with you. Oh no, I'm come out, land and so forth. I'm going to listen to what people are saying. I said, I wish you well, young man. And we continued, we invited him for board dinners and that kind of stuff. But I realized down the line, the young man does not listen to anybody. He doesn't listen to anybody. So I've given him a chance, and he doesn't listen to anybody.
Okay, so in general, this volume is quite very bad. Trevor Ngube is saying that the reason why he can't bring Nelson Chamisa to his place to interview him, you know you've been asking those questions, is because Nelson Chamisa don't listen to anybody. I think the problem is not that Nelson Chamisa don't listen to anybody. By the way, I'm not trying to defend him, okay? I'm not trying to defend. But I'm also that kind of person that if there's too much of then I close off. And the moment I begin to doubt your honesty around me, then I close off. I'm that kind of person. I hate people who repeat conversations. That if I can speak to you in confidence, you take my stuff to the next person. I don't take that lightly. I take it very serious. The reason is, I have met a lot of people who told me their story and I never repeat them. So honestly, Trevor must be honest. This issue of saying Nelson Chamisa does not listen to everybody. How do you expect him to lead the people when everyone is controlling him left, right, and center? That one is complaining. That one is saying that there's ZANU-PF, the people are being abducted. There's always something that isn't right in the country. How on earth do you expect Nelson Chamisa to do something? Yo, it's hot like hell in Johannesburg, yo. I'm literally sweating, yo. It's hot. It's getting hot, yeah. My God, Jesus Christ. The heat wave is terrible. Oh God. You understand? The reason why Nelson Chamisa can't, I can only imagine, is because there's too much of toxicity in the country. Zimbabwe's got so many dishonest people. There's also the regime on the other end that muzzle people, using their financial muscle. Honestly, you really can't trust anybody. You can't trust anybody. This guy is surrounded. Trevor, you wanted to be his, maybe advisor. But you must understand that sometimes the people can love you as a brother, but they don't want to be advised with you. But they still love you as a brother. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. right? If someone doesn't want being advised with you, please understand. Someone said, "Haro is pretty what?" Or job is worse, yeah. You know. Honestly, if people do not want to be advised by you, it's okay. It doesn't make you less of a human. Zimbabwe is toxic. That's why no one trusts anybody. And again, people can sell their destinies for money. It's another pandemic that we do not want to talk about. I guess that's the reason why it's harder for Chamisa to actually trust and Ngube. And by the way, you know, it's okay. Ngube, you're amazing. You know, you're doing incredibly well there. You know, I do your Songezo people, interview them. It's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. Songezo is desperate for attention. Give him the attention that he requires. And let's keep our focus. So then Norman said Mudenda is conflicted. You know, there's been this issue of recalls. As Mudenda is conflicted, he's said to have aided abetted controversial recalls that have given rise to the 9th of December 2023 by-elections. His subsequent involvement in the campaign structures for ZANU-PF that have been created to fill some of the seats that fell vacant as a result of his actions suggests that his decision-making as a Speaker of Parliament may have been compromised by his political allegiance or vested interests as an PF operative. In other words, if his decision-making was contaminated by his personal and partisan interests, he acted corruptly. I also don't think, honestly, as much as I respect Mr. Mudenda, but in my opinion, I think he acted very corruptly too. And why I'm saying that, when we look at the issue of Songezo Shabangu, considering that Triple C has always been known, people have known that Nelson Chamisa is literally like the leader of the party. You also have other people that he's working with. They've never seen Songezo, but all of a sudden, they are entertaining a letter of Songezo because, I mean, it's your script. You can't be part of a political party, and because you're desperate for 2/3 majority is known, and what do? You can support your people, but it will come with a cost. Honestly, Miss Samudenda, from your daughter, here I am, it will definitely going to come with a cost. You guys, your evils and your atrocities and the evil that you're doing, Zimbabweans may not do anything to you because you muzzle them, but trust me, the law of nature will deal with you at the right time and forum. In my opinion, this is not going to slide. It's known, I mean, it's just a matter of time. It will not end well for many people, actually. You can't escape. Your evil will not escape. That's one thing I'll tell you. It will not escape. So there's a letter that's just in right now that retract from minutes of a meeting of the interim. You know what? And you saw Triple C had a meeting today, and that came out this statement. Now Songezo, no, let me just say this is extremely ZANU-PF, because these letters are always going to be dropped by ZANU-PF. Only ZANU-PF drops his letters on behalf of Songezo, which makes it even more disgusting than ever. Can I tell you something? Most of ZANU-PF guys that you see on social media don't even work. They don't have no jobs. They don't have jobs, but they live from hand to mouth from bootlicking. So that's the only thing that they can do. They don't work. 24/7, they're always roaming around the streets, doing absolutely nothing except screaming and shouting. They entertain nonsense because they have nothing to work. I've never seen any professional person who can spend their time entertaining crap. No one, except these bootlickers from ZANU-PF. They spend their time entertaining crap. Right now, they're celebrating. The moment this statement was out, they wrote a letter now and said that the interim Secretary General Songezo Shabangu is hereby authorized and empowered to initiate and defend any legal proceedings against, on behalf of the party, Citizens Coalition for Change, and to do any other thing whatsoever necessary to achieve his objective. Oh, really? What is his objective? And this is ZANU-PF guy is called Mof. I told you now, oh, really? A companion of nonsense. You know, there's nothing that disappoints like meeting men and women who have no direction, who don't have no purpose. They are just trouble causers. They thrive in toxicity. That's why our country will never be okay. As long as we are under these people, it will never be okay. All right. So I've told you, the elders are in Zimbabwe. Let's wait and hear what will be the outcome. Although people are saying they've come to just, you know, support Mr. Mnangagwa, which I don't believe in, because it's coming from Nick Mangwana. That's why I don't believe it. I'm still waiting to hear what is the purpose of their visit, and also what is the outcome of the purpose of their visit. I'm sure they just didn't come here to say, Mr. Mnangagwa, congratulations. I'm very sure of that. They just didn't come for what Nick Mangwana is alleging. But Hopo said, I hope this will put an end to the lies that were fed to the opposition. Okay, so hold on. Because Hopo is full of so many things going on right now. I don't want to follow his tweet at all. Nah, I'm not going to read it. I don't follow his tweet. He needs to sort out himself. He's not okay. He's conflicted. A lot is happening with him. So yeah, we're going to follow up and see what's happening with the story, because that's all I have right now. I saw it. I said, let me just tell you that the elders are in town. 9 SADC members, ambassadors to congratulate His Excellency. This is what Nick Mangwana said. But let's follow up the story and hear what was the purpose of the visit. I love you all. And may God bless you and may God bless Zimbabwe. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.